Good morning, guys. We are starting off the day at home. I got some stuff I got to do out on the boat, but this is practice day number 1, 2, and maybe 3, depending on how the practice days go. Yep, we're still at home. We're loading up the boat and truck so we can head down to our state championship of 2025. Let's get right into the video. Howdy, y'all. We are out on the water for practice day, kind of number 2, more like 1.5, not even. We were out on the water for maybe an hour yesterday, caught two good smallmouth, but can't get right here with some smallmouth. So we're gonna go out and try and catch some big old largemouth. About to go get some good old breakfast on Sunset Marina, and I will catch y'all as soon as we start hammering them. All right, y'all, we are back. We're back at the house after day 1 3/4. No, like 1 1/4 of fishing, of practice. Definitely did not go how I wanted it to go. We learned a lot, but instead of doing the learning what to do, we learned a whole lot of what not to do, so I didn't get a lot of footage. Towards the end of the day, I caught little slot keeper smallmouth on this guy, Tennessee shad. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. This guy has just been on fire recently. Paired up with the lavender bait pop. This combo has just done a lot for me on Bugs Island. Now too, just something about it. So I'm gonna get rigged up. We're gonna do a lot of thinking, retying. I know what it's gonna do tomorrow, what's gonna take, and how we're gonna do it. I'm pretty excited. Let's just hope I can get some freaking footage for y'all. Okay, y'all, we finally just got our first fish of the day. Had to really slow down, lock in for just a minute. The old Ned rig. Good smallmouth. Not 21 inches. But I mean, 19, 20 inch smallmouth. Good fish. Just caught another 20 inch smallmouth right here. Really good size. There's about 5 or 6 of them with it on the Crush City Ned rig. Not a helpful fish, but another gorgeous smallmouth. So right here is when we caught the first largemouth of the trip. It was kind of lucky, and yet, yeah, I just saw him swimming with a couple guys in about 60 foot of water, and I tossed my Ned rig out there, and sure enough, they all came up and blew up on it. So not really a pattern that I want to be focusing on for the tournament, because I don't know how consistent it will be. But it was a largemouth. It was a sign that there's actually largemouth in this lake. But a helpful fish and a good sized fish at that. He's fat though. We are on to tournament day number 1. This was a couple minutes into the start. It was a late start due to some weather. I really just wanted to find some largemouth today. Unfortunately, this was not one of the cases. It was a great size smallmouth. I saw a couple of them sitting out on this point with a fallen tree on it, and I saw that fish on that tree. Really thought it'd be a largemouth, but it wasn't. I
made the mistake of
It's still 19.5 inches.
sticking around hoping that I would find some largemouth and get lucky and find some largemouth in the mix, but it just did not happen.
We're getting bigger, y'all.
Told myself to keep your head down and you'll find some. Alright, this was a couple minutes later. Just found this lay down. I saw probably 100 fish on it. Dropped it down there. I mean, I tell you, as soon as it hit the water, I had 90 of them swimming up to the top.
Oh, it's a big smallmouth.
Unfortunately, if you can believe it, it was another 20-inch smallmouth that does you no freaking good on Dale Hollow. It stinks having to let go a 3.5 pounder, but I will never be complaining whenever I get to catch some giant smallmouth. Yet I really got to figure something out and start finding these largemouth soon. It started to rain about 15 minutes later, so I put all the camera equipment up and just really tried focusing on getting some largemouth into the boat. I ended up finding some on bait using a big old flutter spoon, and I told myself that that is what I was going to be doing for the whole entire day tomorrow.
Dang good one.
And so here's that. Third cast into the second day, and I ended up hooking this giant smallmouth that I thought was a 6-pounder as soon as it came up for the first time. It ended up being the biggest smallmouth that I caught over the weekend, but just a 1/4 inch short of being that over slot limit. I knew that these fish that I found yesterday wouldn't be on bait schooling quite yet this early, so I tried finding some roamers, and that was a sign of life for me. I knew that they could be caught like that, and so that's what I did for about an hour or two, just trying to find some roamers till the sun came up and started getting those fish all active and on that bait.
I saw him come up and hit it. That's fun to watch.
It's really fun to watch. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah, I gotta keep it in the... Can I get a picture of it real quick?
Just an honorable mention smallmouth. Yep. Ended up being the first brush pile fish that I caught all week, which was nice. But unfortunately it was a smallmouth and was not able to keep it in the boat.
Not very big, you know. Got it. Well, it'll call out that other smallmouth. That other little smallmouth, I think.
So this was one of my key fish that really brought my confidence back up and told me that I could do this. I just needed to keep my head down and
Get in the net.
work. Would have been really nice to have a sack of these both days, but it is what it is. I'm really blessed to got this fish into the boat. This was on the 6-cent strobe shaker. This was the first fish that I caught on bait all day. They were finally starting to school up, and I got really stoked, hoping that it would go my way. And it ended up being a smallmouth, and it really, really, really messed me up. I really wanted it to be a largemouth. It was nonetheless a fish, so I can't do much complaining around here. It ended up being like 16.25 inches, so she had to go back. Another gut-wrenching feeling when you gotta let go of a fish, but it is what it is. this ended up being the very next cast that I saw this fish that was in the same group as these smallmouth. I don't know if it was a fluke fish or what, and yet it ended up being a largemouth. Really brought my morale back up. Super happy that I got this fish in the boat. A key fish for me in my puny little bag. Thought I'd add this guy in the end. Ended up being the last fish that I caught all day. Bite completely shut off for me, but this was one of my favorite bites of the week. I was letting my big old flutter spoon free fall down into a ball of bait where I saw a giant school of fish in there, and before it even hit the bottom, this fish knocked a bird's nest into my line, which was really cool. Bite shut off after this. I didn't end up catching a single fish for the next 3.5 hours, but another solid 19.5-inch fish that ended my day.